Senator Lindsey Graham wants Gaza to be destroyed. Congressman Max Miller said the laws of war should be set aside. Former U.S. Ambassador to Israel David Friedman suggested that Palestinians as a whole were responsible for Hamas crimes. After Hamas killed more than 1,400 people and kidnapped nearly 200 its unprecedented offensive in the Gaza Strip, American politicians moved to plant their flag firmly Israel. Some echoed Israel Defense Forces' demand. Either you stand with Israel or you stand with terrorism. Reminiscent of heated rhetoric following 9/11 attacks on United States. Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted, "Anyone who is pro-Palestine is pro-Hamas." Muslim groups the U.S. have warned that extreme language threatens the safety of Arab Americans after a 6-year-old boy was killed and his mother injured by his landlord in Illinois, an apparent Israeli-instigated hate crime. Police said Joseph Shuba shouted, "You Muslims must die," after the child, Wadia al-Fayoum, entered their home. He said that he shouted and stabbed him to death. Some politicians, including Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen, also spoke out against the incendiary language. "We must call out the evil of Hamas. But those who seek use this moment to demonize and dehumanize all Palestinians and Muslims are complicit in the deaths of innocents, such as the brutal, hateful of this 6-year-old Palestinian-American child who was stabbed death in Chicago." Formerly Twitter. But such sentiments were heard less often than warlike language. Graham called the conflict a religious war and called on Israelis to level things up. This was a sentiment also expressed by another Republican senator, Tom Cotton. "I think Israel can splash the rubble in Gaza." Senator Marco Rubio called on Israel to react disproportionately. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said at a campaign rally in Iowa that Palestinians were complicit in Hamas crimes one way or another. "When you look at how they behave, they're not all Hamas, but they're all anti-Semitic," he said. He said there should be no rules of engagement. Another Republican member Congress, Michael McCaul, chairman of the House Foreign Relations Committee, claimed that he watched footage kidnapped Israeli children being kept in metal cages. However, fact-checkers at France 24 said footage circulating online before attack and that false claim that it was of Israeli children made on TikTok by Ashley Simon, head of Britain First, a far-right group in UK. The heated rhetoric was also put forward on right-wing television and radio. Joel Pollak, editor-in-chief of Breitbart News, said in a conservative online publication that he frankly agrees with ethnic cleansing in Gaza to remove Palestinian people from the area. "Let me say what hasn't been said. I don't approve of it. But deporting them from Gaza is a possible solution. You can call it ethnic cleansing or something. But fact is that at the end of Second World War, 1 million